Good evening. You're watching DD India. Welcome to Express News, where we update you with the top 100 news from politics, business, sports and entertainment in a quick, succinct manner. I'm Tanvi Taneja. Let us begin. Foreign Secretary Harshvardhan Shringla said that India has made it clear to the Chinese side that peace and tranquility in border areas are essential for the development of the relationship between the two countries. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu today observed that as the largest democracy in the world, India's parliament and legislatures should set an example to others. He stressed the need to strengthen parliamentary democracy and deepen the processes for good governance as the country celebrates 75 years of its independence. The 15th India-Nepal Combined Battalion-level military training exercise Surya Kiran commenced at Pithoragarh today and will continue till the 3rd of October this year. Union Minister for Ports, Shipping and Waterways Sarbanand Sonowal virtually flagged off the DWARF container train service from Jawaharlal Nehru Port Trust today. With this, the first consignment of laden DWARF containers from DWARF Container Depot at the port was moved by train to ICD Kanpur. Health Minister Mansukh Mandavia today held a review meeting in New Delhi with 6 AIIMS hospitals across the country. Mandavia has called upon all India Institute of Medical Sciences AIIMS to coordinate with each other so that government can provide the best of healthcare to people. In an endeavour to make women independent and employment ready, the National Commission for Women has launched a country-wide capacity building and personality development program for women undergraduate and postgraduate students. 5 women officers of the Indian Army scaled the summit of MOUNTAINEERING 6,595 meters in Himachal Pradesh as part of the Tri-Services All-Women Mountaineering Expedition. Their achievement will give wings for others to follow. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh flagged in a team of National Institute of Mountaineering and Allied Sports NIMAS, Dirang, Arunachal Pradesh, which completed a mountaineering expedition to Mount Kun, 7,077 meters. The team conducted the expedition to Nunkun Mountain Massif, which is the highest feature of Zanskar Ranges located in Kargil. Senior Bharatiya Janata Party BJP leader and former Lok Sabha member Kirit Somaiya was detained at Karad railway station in Maharashtra's Satara district and taken to the circuit house there. He was on his way to Kolhapur, where district authorities have barred his entry, citing law and order as well as security concerns following his allegations of corruption against Maharashtra Minister Hassan Musharraf. Agriculture and Farmers Welfare Minister Narendra Singh Tomar said that the government has emphasized on reintroducing traditional food items including millet, other nutritious cereals, fruits and vegetables, fish, dairy and organic products in the diet of people. Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar today said that the production of traditional food items has been phenomenal in India in recent years, and India is becoming a destination country for healthy food items. The new Chief Minister of Punjab, Charanjit Singh CHANNI, was sworn in today at Raj Bhavan in Chandigarh. He became the first Dalit Chief Minister of the state. 2 senior MLAs, Sukhjinder Singh Randhawa and O.P. Soni, also took the oath as cabinet ministers. They will be the deputy chief ministers in the government. In Assam, physical classes for students of class 10th commenced this morning. Physical lectures for class 12th and degree courses have already resumed in the state. With a continuous decline in COVID-19 cases in Jharkhand, the state government has also allowed schools to conduct offline classes for 6th to 8th from today. In order to maintain social distancing, group activities and offline examinations are prohibited in all the schools. Attendance shall not be mandatory for students to attend offline classes, and prior consent of guardian shall be mandatory for students to opt for offline classes. In Rajasthan, regular classes for students of class 6th to 8th resumed today in government and private schools with 50% capacity. Attendance has not been made mandatory yet, and only those students who wish to attend offline classes are being allowed to do so. Rajasthan had already allowed the reopening of universities, colleges, coaching classes and schools for students of standard 9th to 12th. In Madhya Pradesh, all government and non-government schools from classes 1st to 5th also reopened today. In primary schools, classes are being conducted with 50% capacity. 5 boys drowned in sea at Versova jetty when they had ventured in the sea for Ganesh idol immersion. According to Mumbai Fire Brigade, 2 boys were rescued by public members and villagers and moved to Cooper Hospital before arrival of the Fire Brigade. The bodies of 2 of the 3 people who went missing yesterday have been recovered, and a search operation for the remaining one is still underway. In Odisha, colleges and universities reopened today for their first year UG students with all COVID-19 safety protocols. As per a government order, physical attendance is not mandatory for students at the moment, and online classes will continue. With the administration of 37,78,296 vaccine doses in the last 24 hours, India's COVID-19 vaccination coverage surpassed the landmark figure of 80 crores today. The recovery of 43,938 patients in the last 24 hours has increased the cumulative tally of recovered patients since the beginning of the pandemic to 3,27,15,105. Less than 50,000 daily new cases that are being reported for 85 consecutive days now. 30,256 new cases were reported in the last 24 hours. Active caseload is presently 3,18,181. Active cases presently constitute 0.95% of the country's total positive cases. The testing capacity across the country continues to be expanded. The last 24 hours saw a total of 11,77,607 tests being conducted. India has so far conducted over 55 crore 36 lakh cumulative tests. Weekly positivity rate at 2.07% remains less than 3% for the last 87 days now. The daily positivity rate is reported to be at 2.57%. The daily positivity rate has remained below 3% for the last 21 days and below 5% for 104 consecutive days now. The income of farmers witnessed a 59% surge in 2019. This was revealed in a situation assessment survey of agricultural households, lands and livestock holdings of households of rural India 2019. In an interview to an English daily, Agriculture Secretary Sanjay Agarwal said that the objective of this survey is to get a comprehensive idea about the income situation of an agricultural household. The Agriculture Secretary added that the survey also showed that farmers' incomes adjusted for inflation have risen by about 2%. Union Steel Minister Ram Chandra Prasad Singh held an interaction with the Indian Steel Association (ISA) representing the integrated steel producers in New Delhi. The minister exhorted the steel industry leaders to increase the usage of hydrogen. On to stock market news. The 30-share BSE index tumbled 525 points or 0.9% lower at 58,491. The broader NSE Nifty declined 188 points or 1.1% to 17,397. Rupee weakened 26 paise to close at 73 rupees 74 paise against the dollar, tracking a strong American currency in the overseas market. At the multi-commodity exchange, gold gained 134 rupees to 46,120 rupees per 10 grams. Silver declined 152 rupees to 59,840 rupees per kilo. International oil benchmark Brent crude fell 1.92% to $73.89 a barrel. On to the COVID-19 statistics globally. As of now, over 22 crore 92 lakh people have contracted the COVID-19 virus, while over 20 crore 59 lakh people have recovered worldwide. More than 47 lakh people have lost their lives to coronavirus globally. USA has been the worst affected since the start of the pandemic, and now the Delta variant has accelerated the case tally. The US has more than 4 crore 29 lakh cases reported of COVID-19 and over 6,91,000 deaths have been reported in the country so far. The Spanish city of Seville on Sunday held its first religious procession since the COVID-19 pandemic hit in March last year, after coronavirus restrictions on religious events were eased. Tens of thousands of people usually attend Seville parades, where centuries-old Brotherhood of the Faithful carry heavy flower-colored floats or pasos topped with effigies of Christ or the Virgin. Schools in Oman opened with students resuming their studies in the new academic year 2021-22, and it is expected that the number of students in government schools will reach up to 7 lakh, an increase by 24,000 male and female students compared to last year. Oman's Minister of Education said that a new and promising day will shine on the students, in which they will welcome an academic year full of enthusiasm and activity to participate in nation building and raising its status. Alongside young boys, few girls returned to preschool in Kabul on Sunday, but no clear ruling has been made on whether secondary grade female students can resume studying. Teachers in Kabul say that parents are asking if their girls will be able to attend second grade school. They say that most of the families are calling them and requesting the possibility that classes start from above grade 6th for female students. Meanwhile, shops in Kabul still selling Western female dress on Sunday, but traders say that trade was getting worse day by day. They say that only a few items remain at wholesalers, and those are being sold at very high price to vendors. An uncertain fate awaits migrants seeking refuge in Texas, as authorities have moved 3,300 migrants in the last 2 days from a Texas border city where thousands of mostly Haitians had gathered under a bridge after crossing the Rio Grande River from Mexico. Migrants were continuing to cross the river despite the threat of being sent back and heightened security on the US side, but on Sunday included law enforcement agents on horseback. Officials on both sides of the border have said most of the migrants were from Haiti. A volcano erupted on the Spanish Canary island of La Palma on Sunday, sending lava shooting into the air and streaming in rivers towards 2 villages in the south of the island. Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez flew to the Canary Islands and assured that everything is going according to the plan and priority is to guarantee the safety of the citizens. Canada goes to vote today. Opinion polls indicate Trudeau has an edge. Trudeau has a minority administration, forcing him to rely on other parties and make policy compromises to govern. With opinion polls last month showing him far ahead, he triggered the vote 2 years early, saying voters needed to weigh in on his left-of-centre Liberal government's handling of COVID-19. The Liberal Party, the Conservative Party, the Green Party, the New Democratic Party and the Bloc Québécois are the 5 major political parties contesting elections this time in Canada. The results of the 2021 Election Committee subsector ordinary elections in China's Hong Kong Special Administrative Region were unveiled on Monday morning, with 364 of 412 candidates being elected as members in 13 subsectors of the Election Committee. The Election Committee is endowed with important functions under the improved electoral system, including nominating candidates for the Chief Executive election, electing the Chief Executive Designate, nominating candidates for the Legislative Council election, and electing 40 Legislative Council members. Members and supporters of Russia's ruling United Russia Party gathered late on Sunday to celebrate victory. After a 3-day parliamentary election, the party, which stands firmly behind President Vladimir Putin, is set to retain a majority. With 33% of ballots counted, the Central Election Commission said United Russia had won just over 45% of the vote, with its nearest rival, the Communist Party, at around 22%. In South Africa, Mayor of Johannesburg, Jolide Montongo, was killed in a car accident. 46-year-old newly elected mayor was returning from campaigning with South Africa's president. The vehicle collided with a van while trying to avoid a pedestrian who had run onto the road, local media reported. Matombo was elected mayor last month following the passing of Geoff Makubo, who succumbed to COVID-19 complications in July. In Philippines, boxing star Manny Pacquiao has been nominated as a candidate for president in the next year's election. A student gunman opened fire at a university in the Russian city of Perm on Monday, killing 8 people, according to law enforcement authorities. The gunman was detained shortly after the incident at Perm State University, located around 1,300 kilometers east of Moscow. Crowds of Parisians and tourists strolled along the Champs-Élysées Avenue on Sunday as a car-free day removed much of the usually dense road traffic in the French capital. Pedestrians took advantage of the closure to vehicles of a stretch of the Champs-Élysées to view the Arc de Triomphe monument under its temporary guise as an art installation covered in a silvery wrapping conceived by the late artist Christo. Crowds lined the banks of the River Ster in Canterbury, England on Sunday to watch the annual plastic duck race. The event, held by the local Rotary Club to raise funds for local and international causes, saw 4,000 yellow plastic ducks floated in the river. Thousands of people, including soldiers and diplomats, marched peacefully through the Ukrainian capital on Sunday in an annual gay pride parade, despite some opposition to an event called off last year because of the coronavirus pandemic. Organizers said about 7,000 attended the Equality March this year compared to 8,000 in 2019. That was the biggest turnout since the event was initiated a decade ago, despite opposition from religious and nationalist groups. Cheers and applause echoed around the Eiffel Tower on Saturday as French slackline Nathan Paulin walked across a rope suspended 70 meters above the ground from the first floor of the Paris's iconic monument. Paulin, who was attached to a safety line, finished the 600-meter course, which included sitting and lying on the rope that led towards the Charlotte Theatre with a backdrop of the French capital skyline within 30 minutes as part of a live performance festival organized by the theatre. Crowds stood admiring the Arc de Triomphe in Paris on Saturday after it was draped in silvery blue, recyclable plastic wrapping as a tribute to the late artist Christo. Hundreds wandered around and underneath the Arc to marvel at the 50-meter high 19th century Arc wrapped in 25,000 square meters of the cladding. Music lovers in Venice were treated to a string quartet playing on board a large violin-shaped boat as it motored slowly along one of the city's famous canals. The boat, built as a tribute to COVID-19 victims, was launched on Saturday after undergoing trials last month. The musicians performed works by Vivaldi, the city's most famous musical son, on the 12-meter by 4-meter craft named the Violin of Noah. The birth of 8 baby Humboldt penguins has thrilled visitors of the Huachipa Zoo in Lima, Peru. The chicks hatched in July. They spend their days resting in their nests and being fed by their parents. The Huachipa Zoo has 42 Humboldt penguins and zookeepers are waiting for 6 more eggs to hatch in late October with these latest additions. Night vision CCTV at London Zoo showed a baby porcupine known as Porcupet enjoying its new enclosure. The Porcupet, nicknamed Herbie, was born to porcupine parents Hetty and Henning on 2nd of August. On to sports news. Union Sports Minister Anurag Singh Thakur today virtually interacted with sports ministers of respective states and UTs across India and discussed the further promotion of sports in the country. The Government of India's flagship programs, Khelo India and Fit India, remained an integral part of the interaction. Chennai Super Kings successfully avenged their loss in the first half of the 2021 edition of the Indian Premier League IPL against Mumbai Indians as they beat the defending champions in the reverse fixture by 20 runs. Gayakwad's unbeaten 88 helped Chennai to move top of the IPL table, leapfrogging the Delhi Capitals. Indian cricketer Virat Kohli has announced that he will step down as the captain of Royal Challengers Bangalore after the completion of the ongoing edition of the Indian Premier League. However, the 32-year-old star Indian batsman will continue to be the part of the RCB squad. In football, Chelsea stretched their unbeaten Premier League run to 5 games as Thomas Tuchel's team deservedly beat Tottenham 3-0. Chelsea went to the top of the table after a dominant display gave them a crucial win away to Tottenham in the last game of the weekend. David De Gea saved a 95th minute penalty from West Ham's veteran midfielder Mark Noble to give Manchester United a dramatic win in the London Stadium. Tottenham and Chelsea led the tributes for their former player Jimmy Greaves, who has died aged 81. A host of Spurs legends lined the pitch inside the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium as a minute's applause was held before the kick-off. Brighton and Hove Albion secured a 2-1 home win over Leicester City, a controversial penalty and Danny Welbeck header that put them third in the Premier League, despite Jamie Vardy's 150th goal in his 250th game for the Foxes. Real Madrid moved to the top of the La Liga on Sunday after scoring twice in 2 minutes to pull off an incredible late comeback against Valencia. On to the entertainment news. British royal drama The Crown won the top drama prize at television's Emmy Awards on Sunday, giving Netflix its biggest prize so far. English actress Olivia Colman has won an Emmy for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Drama Series for her portrayal of the Queen Elizabeth II in the Netflix period drama series The Crown. For her portrayal of Queen Elizabeth II, she has already received the Golden Globe Award and a Screen Actors Guild Award as well. Josh O'Connor took home the Emmy Award for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Drama Series on Sunday night for his portrayal of Prince Charles in Netflix hit series The Crown. This is O'Connor's first Emmy win and his first nomination. Ewan McGregor has won the Emmy Award for Lead Actor in a limited series for his role in the Netflix show Halston. McGregor beat out an impressive list of competitors in the category: Paul Bettany, Hugh Grant and Lin-Manuel Miranda and Leslie Odom. British actor Kate Winslet has won an Emmy for Outstanding Lead Actress in a limited or anthology series or movie for HBO's popular show Mayor of the East Town. This is Winslet's second Emmy Award. American director and screenwriter Scott Frank took home an Emmy for directing Netflix's popular series The Queen's Gambit. Frank won the award in the category Outstanding Directing for Limited or Anthology Series or Movie. The Queen's Gambit was also named Best Limited Series at television's Emmy Awards. Jean Smart took home the Emmy Award for Lead Actress in a comedy series during the 2021 Primetime Emmy Awards for her role on Hacks. Apple's popular series Ted Lasso has won an Emmy for Outstanding Comedy Series. It is an American sports comedy drama television series developed by Jason Sudeikis, Bill Lawrence, Brendan Hunt and Joe Kelly. The Emmy Awards took a moment to honor several celebrities, including the late comedian actor Norm Macdonald and the Wire star Michael K. Williams. Actor-comedian Chris Rock tweeted on Sunday that he has been diagnosed with COVID-19 and he urged people to get vaccinated. So that's it in Express News today. We'll be back tomorrow same time with the top 100 news of the day. Thanks for watching. News and updates continue on the other side. Stay tuned. Namaskar.